Welcome back to the Doc's Diagnosis presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. I'm Travis Justice. He's Dr. Rob Zadiska. That's why we call it the Diagnosis, because he knows everything. He's the smartest guy around, right? Aren't you the smartest guy around?
I'm pretty smart. I do think about things a lot.
Okay, true or false, Purdue's a really bad football team?
It's all relative. Let's see how they look. I don't want to start saying anything like that until after Nebraska plays them, because right now, there's some question marks with the Huskers.
We're going to go to something successful for Purdue. They got beat at Oregon State over the weekend. We're going to go to one of their first games of the season where they took on FCS Indiana State. But here's a fourth and goal situation.
And this is one of these plays where, I think you do have to kind of take into account who they're playing here. You've got a little bit of an undersized team here in Indiana State. But one of the things that Purdue does very well, their offensive line does a nice job with assignment and blocking up front. And what you're going to see is these guys run basically a quick draw play to the running back right up the middle. And it's kind of a gutsy call on fourth down. Of course, you're up 21-0, but it was a nice touchdown play. The offensive line, you're going to see all of these guys blocking and getting the defensive line moving in this direction. Purdue, and they've done this for quite some time, they use a lot of motion to disguise what they're doing. And you're going to see, I'm going to call him the tight end right here. You're just going to see him come in motion this way during the play. And it looks like he's going to be one of those guys you do a quick handoff or pitch to. He's definitely not blocking because he doesn't touch anything.
Does he make the play work here?
I think he does, and that's what Purdue does very well. So one of the things you're going to have to be watching this week against Nebraska is how they're disguising their plays with putting a lot of guys in motion. They really try to do that to get the defense off balance a little bit, and they want eyes on this guy. This is who they want the eyes on as he's coming over here. And it just kind of draws the linebackers in just enough that they get sucked in on that guy. A little bit of a delay allows the running back on that delayed draw play to just kind of bring it right up the middle, essentially untouched.
And here's a look at it, and you're right, he
goes in motion, holds those two outside guys, that holds them in position just long enough that they're not able to come back down inside and make that play. But that's what Purdue does. Watch for the motion, watch for that misdirection. They're going to try and get Nebraska off balance with that.
Want to know what Dr. Rob and I have to say about Purdue? Well, go ahead and go back and listen to the podcast if you haven't done so. You can find it right here on YouTube. For Dr. Rob Zadiska, I'm Travis Justice. We'll talk to you next week on the Doc's Diagnosis presented by Centris Federal Credit Union.
Whether you want to bank right down the road or take your banking on the road, Centris is where you are. With mobile banking, 15 locations, and local experts, you can manage your finances in a way that's convenient for you. The choice is yours. Learn more at centrisfcu.org.